And one of the greatest values we have to learn about is greatness. What it is, I mean. The disciples argue over who is the greatest among them. What criteria were they using? Ever think about that? This continues to be a problem for us. There's a lot of talk about greatness these days, but great at what? Donald Trump wears a red cap that says, "Making America Great Again." And who doesn't want their country to be great? Nothing wrong with that. One of my colleagues even prayed at his political rally here in Dallas last week and said that one of the reasons to support the Donald is because he wants to make America great again. Well, I want that too. Although my view of church-state separation as a Baptist would preclude me from acting as if I actually had some inside track to know which candidate God would favor at any given point, or that I would actually use public prayer to suggest it. Don't get me started. But again, the question is, what do we mean by greatness? I get the impression the disciples were thinking altogether too much like us about this. They and we often think about greatness as our ability to separate ourselves from our competitors, to show ourselves to be superior to them, to make sure everyone knows who is the best. It means winning at the expense of someone else. It means getting a deal where you leave the other party knowing they lost. And where does that come from? And let me take you back to the children's sermon again, and the book of James. It doesn't come from above, it comes from below. It is earthly, not heavenly wisdom. It is built out of rivalries and jealousies and selfish ambition. It sows seeds of discord instead of peace. So what's the alternative that the gospel of Jesus Christ has to offer to a world like ours? And what can the church say about that? I was at Dallas Baptist University last week for the dedication of a new building named for our own Jim and Sally Nation. It will house the Gary Cook School of Leadership. They want to train great leaders, not just for the church, but also for other areas of society, politics, business, education, to name a few. So what definition of leadership will they operate under when they think about great leadership and try to teach it? There's a great bronze statue on the campus that depicts Jesus kneeling before a disciple and washing his feet. That's it. It's servant leadership that defines great leadership.